Okay, hey, back at it. Yeah, the leftovers are still delicious, but I think I've only got a few more days, either before I eat it all or get a little too sick of them. We'll see. Got to switch this back from. I was playing in another chill out mode. Exactly how bad are drugs? Moderately bad. Oh yeah, I got new white mage gear, so now I just look like a fucking nun. It's hard to look manly when you're a white mage, and also a potato. Is it still FFP? Oh, free to play? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. That's a good question, actually. I don't know the status of this game and its payment model. I just have the subscription. So somebody did mention a starter pack, which that's free to level 30. Okay, that's plenty of time to figure out if the game is for you or not, I think. Okay, let me catch you guys up to speed here. Let me index it for myself real quick, because there's some plot that happened. If you guys are into 14, sorry. There's going to be some spoilers. So this is the end of Shadowbringers. Okay, let me see if I can really boil this down here. See if I can get it down to its base elements. The villain is a member of an extinct but super advanced race of people. They were like super in tune with magic and stuff. But the star that basically their sun was dying or going crazy or something. It was basically going to extinguish their civilization. So what they did is they invented a god. They basically taught the sun to be God and gave it awareness and life. Let's see here. But to create that god, I think it took a massive amount of like life force. So half the people of that race had to die to sacrifice themselves to create that god. Villain bad? Yeah, basically. Me good. You got it. Koi, that's the short version. Okay, so... But then the god went crazy, so they invented another god. And then when those gods fought, it basically shattered reality into a bunch of different dimensions. This guy, who's still around from that old race, wants to reunite all the dimensions. To do that, he has to create a series of, what do they call them? Catastrophes? Basically like biblical plague level events where magic gets so thrown out in a given dimension that it basically ruptures that dimension and forces it to rejoin with all the other dimensions. So he's multiple steps in. Basically, he needs to create magical apocalypses in every dimension to drive them all back together. Then he will also extinguish half the life in the galaxy as an offering to this god that they've created to trade that back for his human race. So, elements of Thanos there, I think, if you want to boil it down to that, but his motivations are actually super interesting, and Super Thanos, a bit, yeah. Kind of, yeah, with the twist that he comes from a race that created the god that is setting the rules about the reality he's trying to save. I'm going to use the trust system again. Somebody said to bring... What's her name? Yeah, because... She won't... Thancred doesn't get all of his attacks unless he's with Rhine. Now here's the really hard part. Alizé or Ishtola? I think Alizé is probably cooler, right? I think they do have some dialogue in the dungeons, but... It's already happened several times. In one case, the 13th, they really messed up. Wait, what do you mean? Sorry, I think I might have missed some messages. Or do you mean it's already... There are multiple calamities, basically? Yeah, it's actually kind of cool in terms of the lore. They've actually been really consistent. The event that changed the game from 1.0 to 2.0 and launched A Realm Reborn was one of those calamity events. And they kind of been writing at a grand scale the bits that led up to that event and have followed after. So you're basically just now, fighting the villain that was in charge of something happening 3 expansions ago that you never really met, but was always doing stuff. It's actually pretty cool. Shockingly well written. But there's a lot to pay attention to.
Let's give it our all.
I don't know. I'm super into it. Are all the Final Fantasy games connected to each other? No. No, they are not. In a given numbered series, those games are connected. But each numbered entry in Final Fantasy is its own thing. If that makes sense. There are recurring characters, but they have the same name and some of the same themes, but they're not the same person. Would you rather be stuck in a standard fantasy world or an extra standard sci-fi world? Or, oh, I see what you mean. I would much rather be in a sci-fi world, I think. Because at least you still get video games. Alright. You're talking about lore. I'm wondering if you're into Warcraft lore. I never did get into Warcraft, no. Holy shit. I played the games, but... Oh, that's right.
Of our star began to fray.
Because this dude has been around for years, bored.
Begat malformed beasts.
Hold on, he's saying shit. I just kinda wanna hear this. He did kind of create a magical hologram version of his old civilization to just chill out in, I guess. You don't want to play 13 or 13.3? Ah, come on now. I like 13.3 a lot. Not quite the same, but 13.2 is really good. I'll agree with that. I want to play the 7 remake and I don't know shit about Final Fantasy lore. You're fine. You're totally fine. 7 remake is going to be its own game. Why is there an orb? What are you doing? What are you doing, orb? Can never finish 13. I don't blame you. I had to play it over a vacation to beat it. That's a game that you have to have a lot of runway to finish. I don't trust this bomb. I don't trust it. Each one has its own lore. That is correct. Oh, there's so many of these things. I guess we're in it now. How you guys doing, chat? Holy spam is the way to go. Yeah, you're right. There's really not a reason not to. I guess when there's that many enemies, is there, Deku Scrub, is there like a clean cutoff for the amount of enemies you need for Holy to be more efficient than just chain casting Dia? Oh, no, wait. No, it's not Dia. What is it now? Glare. That's the one. Good. Friend found a dog in front of her dorm. Oh. Does it have a tag or anything? Holy is efficient almost immediately due to stun being a different form of healing. Oh yeah, that's true. Damage mitigation. That's a good point, because then if I don't have to heal, then I can cast more magic. Can use NPC party members for every dungeon. In Shadowbringers, yes. That was a new thing they added for this expansion. Older dungeons have party matchers, party finders though. And they do a really good job incentivizing everyone to match into that. You get like weekly bonuses for doing older and leveling dungeons, just to kind of salt the earth with enough players for new people to have somebody to play with. And then, if someone in the group has not done a particular dungeon yet, everyone gets an increased reward, and it tells you that at the beginning of the dungeon. So they give everyone a reason to want to play, you know? Older players don't get really pissed off that new players are in, because you're actually like, oh, awesome. Like, if a boss fight takes 2 or 3 extra tries, it's still worth it because we're all getting more goodies that we came here for. Really appreciated that. You're right, a used wheelchair salesman. Thank you for reminding me. I still have my Doom lights on. And I need my anime lights on! Healing spells were essentially proactive, and then once the damage is done, it's done. Yeah, I did appreciate that. A lot of Inquisition was more about, it was all about barriers and damage absorption than it was about healing, which I thought was a really great kind of return to Dragon Age's combat. About it, like, punishing mistakes and rewarding planning and positioning. You can't just, like... It made it not about numbers, it made it about the decisions you made. Yeah, JV Skull, there's actually there's a number of mechanics in this game that make it really well thought out. I do appreciate that one though. There have been some times where I've gotten some salty ass people when I'm doing a dungeon. And like I've been new or a little fresher at it. That has happened. But certainly giving people little bonuses for helping you out keeps everything much more positive. Enemies do get resistant to stun about 4 holies in. I think the cutoff is after the first few is 3 enemies. Okay. Yeah, I did know that like the stun counter diminishes its value. But yeah, I guess if DPS really piles in there too, the stuns will help you take out the first enemy or 2 enemies before they can really do any significant damage, and then you've already reduced the like damage cap of the fight, which means you can cast more DPS. So yeah, interesting to think about. Oh, I should probably keep going. And then I'm not even using these. What is it? Presence of Mind in Thin Air. Or my flowers. There's actually a lot of DPS and healing abilities I'm not even using right now. That's one of the crazy things is like...
You underestimate me.
They do a really good job with... I can only speak about White Mage, but I'm so impressed with how this game will... It finds a way to not just be about cooldowns. Sometimes it is, but most of...
As prayer gives rise to pride, our dread may manifest our deepest fears.
Sometimes, like, I found that there's not really just a rotation. I'm not just hitting buttons. It's all pretty contextual, and they do a good job mixing up the contest, or the context of the various fights you're doing. That is a really gross-looking thing. That is a really gross-looking thing. Ugh. Hold on. Is it this button? It is. What are you, thing? Gross. Look at you. Oh, wait, Thancred. Just do an entire fight, cinematic mode. Now that's pro tier MMO playing right there. No UI, first person. Oh shit! These usually shouldn't have overlapping, otherwise you get more damage. So yeah, these 14 boss. Oh, okay, it's one of these. Damage fall off. Oh fuck. Not so bad. There's plenty of like familiar MMO mechanics in the fights. I think in terms of like where are you going? Oh shit! It's one of these. I do appreciate that there are moments in a lot of boss fights that force your party to stack, because you basically have, as a white mage in this game, you have every kind of heal. You have instant heals, you have cast heals, you have heal over times, you have heal, area of effect, you have area of effect plus regen. Like, there's basically a heal for every kind of damage, and part of the skill of healing is using the right skill at the right time. Going through all that to say, there are times when they force your parties to stack. And if you know the right kind of heals to use, you can actually like be way more efficient by matching it properly. It's the doom of MMO healing is what I'm saying. And every heal is like a shotgun. See, it's still doing that. Why are you still doing that, computer? Those butt mouths? Let's check. What you got going on back here? There does appear to be a few ass mouths. Really, there's just mouths everywhere on this thing. Shit. Ow! Oh, interesting. Okay, and these probably break the rocks, I'm gonna guess?
This isn't good.
Oh, relax. Okay. I haven't used this before. Wait. There's a... I don't think maybe I don't even have it bound. My level 80's... No, it wasn't 80. Whatever, doesn't matter. Oh yeah, my level 80 White Mage quest wasn't showing up. Like, I couldn't get it. Like, the quest giver just wasn't giving it to me, so I don't know what that's all about. Hope that's not a problem. Is this game accessible, or is it I'm getting another degree type of game? It can become that, Skull. You can definitely get a doctorate in Final Fantasy XIV if you want to, but, it plays like a pretty basic action, like, I want to say action RPG, that's a little too generous for what it is. It is MMO combat, like it's World of Warcraft, but you don't have nearly this breadth of skills at the beginning of the game. They do a really good job of walking you through all the mechanics piecemeal. Like a lot of the early game dungeons, the only mechanic they'll have in the boss fight is just, The ground will turn red when it's about to hit you. That's the whole point of the fight, is just to teach you that. So it does a pretty good job, I want to say, of working its way up the complexity chain.
I can
Fuck.
fight. I owe you one.
Man, that DPS is pretty brutal.
Let's give them a show.
Wait, that wasn't my regen. God damn it, Alize.
I'm not done yet.
Somebody's doling out some powerful heals, and it's not me. I think there's a bit of a safety net here. Oh shit! Hold on. A lot of subs going down. Resonator, hey, good to see you. Thank you for resubbing. Dabby 224, thank you, and Lurker 4 or Lurker 6, thank you for the Prime subs. Why is Allie ignoring mechanics? I think it's because she got resurrected in the middle of the routine, so like the AI trigger didn't fire. Shifty Dev, thank you for the Prime sub. Body was not ready to see this when I got home. Well, here I am. Hopefully your shift went well. Yeah, got new PB in Doom. You could say that. Lost my momentum to an invisible wall, so that one stung pretty hard. Yeah, Lurker 6 is correct. 14 is not really all that grindy. Unless you're doing all the side stuff, or maybe you're just a really slow player, but... You will hit, like, I'll hit, like, leveling humps or whatever, but, like I said with the Finder, or sorry, the Duty Finder, they call it, the dungeon matchmaking, basically. With that, you only have to do 1 or 2 dungeons with other people, and you'll always have whatever you need to advance. So it's just like, once you hit a level cap or a item level restriction or whatever, I've only ever done like 2 or 3 of those, and then I can keep moving on. And those are like 30 minutes, so, and that's separated by like 8 or 9 hours of content. I was a really slow player then. Oh yeah? I mean, I was slow too. One of the mistakes I made, I say mistake now, I wanted to do it at the time, but I would do every side quest I could. If I like hit the level cap, I would just start doing side quests, and that is a really inefficient way of getting through main story content. Really inefficient. So it took me way too long to get through a lot of older content because I would just do these boring and kind of pointless side quests. Some of them were good. Not certainly all of them worth spending time on. Ragnarok Prime, thanks for the resub. Are you enjoying White Mage? Oh, I love it. I was kind of dorking out earlier about how I appreciate the varied mechanics of the White Mage. I've healed in a lot of MMOs, and usually it's just like, okay, you have 3 different kinds of heals, and then just manage your mana. Ow. What is this? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that there was a status effect like that. So this game not only has a lot of variety to it in terms of the healing mechanics, but it also has some DPS mechanics that are really interesting too. Oh, I forgot I have this thing. Gotta remember to keep using my stupid flower thing. What other MMOs have I played? Let's see, you're going all the way back. I guess Ultima Online is probably the first one, big one. Dark Age of Camelot. Never really did EverQuest. Didn't have a credit card at the time. And this is like old stuff. The Old Republic, World of Warcraft, of course. I did a little bit of Vanguard. Tried to played like Hellgate London and Tabula Rasa, like those weird ones. Aren't that many MMOs around anymore, so it's been a while since I've added to this list. But yeah, it's probably some I don't remember.
The city's burned. The waters ran red with blood.
We've done a Korean MMO rabbit hole. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I played Terra. Did you ever play Lineage? Or part of WoW? I played Launch into Burning Crusade. Picked it back up near the end of Wrath of the Lich King. Didn't play it again until Cataclysm. Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria. And then I just haven't played it since. I think that's correct. Steph and I played a little bit of Burning Crusade content together a while ago. But, man, old WoW content does not hold up. It's not very good by today's standards. Oh yeah, Ion. I played that a lot too. Yeah, I remember that. I used to have a really sick Ion poster in my apartment. I played it in the Golden Age. It's kind of how I felt. Yeah, people said Legion was really good. Then it kind of went downhill from there, apparently. How'd you get in the Old Republic? Ooh. I didn't get super far, if I'm being honest. The story was cool, but it was way too slow. I mean, I would have to, like, go out and just kill shit. And, well, just like, combat in general just took way too long. Or just, like, I was, like, fighting one goat, and it took, like, 2 minutes of me just bapping it with a vibro stick, and it just didn't die. And then I started doing, like, combat was so slow in that game that I would, like, tab out on a calculator and, like, run the amount of experience I'm getting over time and, like, really calculate how long it's going to take me to get to the next level. And my calculations would hit somewhere like 2 hours of just running around killing goats. And after a while, I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm here for a few minutes. Okay, cool. Thanks for stopping in, regardless of how long or short it is. Hey, also, I don't think I've said hi to you specifically, Austin, so hello. Played a ton of clearly pay-to-win MMOs called Fiesta Online when I was like a decade younger. I think we all did that at some point, right? I don't know. Maybe that's a little too generic, but I feel like everybody gets hooked by one. Is this the final dungeon? In this expansion content, yes, but there's already a patch out that's past this, I'm pretty sure. More, like, main story. They do that a lot. They make a lot of content. The art style of Korean MMOs is usually great, but they are a slog to play. Omega, yeah, I think you've accurately summarized the experience. Yeah, 5.1 is out. Excuse me. That added... God, huh. Oh, Guns. I played that. I really like that game. What about S4? League. That was fun. Gunbound. Going even further back. There were some pretty sick Korean online games. In the summer of 2006, I spent like 1,000 hours on it. Oof. You're probably pretty good at it then, yeah? Couldn't really get into this game without friends to play with. Helmet, I understand that. I get that. If I didn't have such an affinity for Final Fantasy stuff, and if it just wasn't kind of my vibe, I doubt I would play it as much as I do, but, you know, sometimes something you just... Much like Doom. I keep saying that. Sometimes an aesthetic just works for you.
You underestimate me.
It is your kink, as the kids say. Oh, there's an ad phase? Okay. I was gonna say that doesn't matter, because I'm not area of effects healing, but that's the other thing I really respect about Final Fantasy XIV's healing mechanic is that overheals. This is probably not a unique thing, but... Or rather, I don't think it is in other MMOs, but overheals do like twice the aggro. So if there's an ad wave, and you have heal over time stacked on a lot of people because it's just safe to do that, on the entire party, before, like, if the ad wave spawns in and then that heal over time clicks in, but it overheals, they're all going to attack you. So that's a pretty cool mechanic to, like, make sure you can't just spam heals or stack heals and cruise through fights. It also means you can't just, like, you can't go to sleep if, see, like, they're all on my shit now. Might have to just fight them. Okay, no, never mind. It's working now. Ow! Thinking I have a size and I don't. What's that all about? Dark Knight is super fun to play. Yeah, as much as I like how they've worked the mechanics for healing, I have to assume that they've invested equal time into making the other classes interesting, so... I've never experimented with this game because I've always just enjoyed playing White Mage so much. They kind of fucked up the Old Republic in the early stages. Could have been a good one. I'm enjoying it, but it's kind of dead. That's a shame to hear. I've heard a lot of people say that it... Fucking Christ, this is bad. This is bad. Help! 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 Okay. Jesus Christ. This is gonna be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, look at all that damage! This is a pretty big ad spawn. Man, somebody wasn't kidding. Yeah, shame about the Old Republic. I was so ready to just murder that game. Yeah, it was just too slow for me.
On guard.
Sick. There's a lot of ads. It made it a lot faster to level? Okay. Maybe it's worth playing one of these days. Where is it in Star Wars canon? Oh, it's still the Old Republic, right? So it's like 1,000 years before any of the movies. To be fair, 14's pretty slow in the beginning too. That's fair. That's a while before you start getting into like trans-dimensional magical bullshit. I think you just need to do your class quest. I looked, it wasn't available. That's so weird too, because the 14. Oh, somebody's limit breaking. Ow.
Yet this is far from the worst of it.
Oh, it just pieced out?
Come,
all right.
and I will show you.
Did you play 14 before Reborn? Yes. I reviewed it, actually. I reviewed it for Inside Gaming a million years ago, and it was awful. I sure didn't actually accidentally accept it early. Can you do that? Doesn't look like it. But like if I go to my completed quests, if I go to my completed quests, I have the wait, this isn't right. Ah. There we go. So I have the 71 done. And then the last story quest I did was the one that was listed as the prerequisite on the wiki I was reading. So I don't know. Check main scenario tracker. It should locate the area. Might not be where you expect. Main scenario tracker. Good question. Oh, I looked up where it is. And I found the NPC that it said it should be. That's a good idea, though. I don't know where the main scenario tracker... Holy shit. Oh, hold up a minute.
A little further.
What the fuck?
And you will see the end of a world.
Yeah? Alright. I guess it's anime time. Cool. If I were a main scenario tracker, where would I be? You can tell me what window that's in. I will try to find it. This is my first time going through the story, yeah. Maybe I can't click on it right now. Recommendations. Yeah, do the story, idiot. No big deal. I can check it later. I gotta go beat up a dragon or something. Oh, it's UI? HUD layout? Are you serious? Oh, I have to turn it on. Ow. Okay, I'll do that later. There's a giant laser shooting face. I've come up with a new enemy. I call it Laserface. Surely there's a web series called Laserface, right? Check your actions list. You should have a level 80 skill. Yeah, I don't think I do. Maybe I do. What is the level 80 skill? Temperance. Oh, I do have that. Yeah. Alright, never mind. I forgot that I had that. I'm glad that they have something like that. There was a skill a long time ago. I think it was in Realm Reborn, where it was like a 15-second buff to your healing ability. I thought that was cool. I definitely had used that oh shit button before. If you can see that you're just like not healing enough. They stop locking abilities under job quests. Oh, okay. Now you're a healer. Do you do any damage, or is it all your party doing damage? Yeah, no, I'm doing damage. In Grand Final Fantasy fashion, you can see the numbers popping out whenever I hit people. Yeah, Deku Scrub 69, which is also a great name, by the way. Apparently, like, people I saw on the Final Fantasy 14 subreddit, people are getting a little saucy about healers that don't DPS. Like, I guess there are healers that just refuse to? There's only a couple of fights that I didn't DPS in, and those were because I actually needed to just heal constantly. Some? Okay. I was making up people to get mad about. Color Kind, I wondered if that was more maybe what it was. Is that they were just like, can you believe these guys? Maybe it's just like one person. Kind of what it is sometimes. There are healers that are just sit there and heal every 5 minutes. Maybe they're playing on controller or something. Yeah, ALC Jr. There's a lot of visual noise you don't really have to pay attention to, but you do have to sort of... It takes a while to get the sight about how to play these dumb games.
Now I got you.
But it's rewarding, at least for me. Probably not for everybody. Oh shit! Priest raiding me! It's like when your mom walks in, you know? Playing the most embarrassing game. This should have been a cutscene where, like, my little dude is, like, flying through space shirtless, crying, tears coming out of his eyes,
The star was
singing. No, I promise this game is cool. What game is this? It looks awesome. This is Final Fantasy XIV! Anime! So I was able to catch up to you live. It's definitely been a while for me. Hey, Dr. Walrus. Excuse me. Soda's hitting hard. The good stuff. You have a waifu. Nah. I don't think I do, actually. Don't need one. I shouldn't take waifus when so many other gentlemen desperately need that waifu action in their lives. How are you liking this expansion so far? C-Mox, I love it. I really, really like it. Like, story-wise, this is one of my favorite, I think, just Final Fantasy games in general. I'd say Shadowbringers, its story and its characters, and the pace and the way that it's told, I think ranks up there for sure. The fights have been really interesting, too, so I've been down with it. It is, I gotta admit, it is still a little jarring to me that they set up all these plot lines in the source before just backburnering all of them and taking this whole other side story thing. I guess that's what most expansions do, though. And I trust that they'll get back to it eventually. They definitely don't drop storylines, even if they take years to pay off. Oh, gonna pop into a resub? Alright. Good luck with your studying. Oh yeah, NSN, didn't expect good music so instantly. Yeah, the music in this game is phenomenal. I might actually tweak the audio a little bit to bring the music up a little more. It's a good change of place from all the Stormblood politics. I agree. Evasium, they've done a pretty good job, and Heavensward had an amount of that too, but they've done a pretty good job sort of mixing the subject matter that the story is dealing with and making it always have a new tone. Let's see here. Oh wait, I have a button for it. Sound effects can get a little intense. Alright. Stormblood was awful. You didn't like it, Omega? I liked it pretty well. I thought it was a different kind of Final Fantasy. A more classic, I think, Final Fantasy sensibility. You know, very much like evil overlord, crazy minion. digestible backstory about being victimized, so now you're really mad and angry kind of thing. It worked. For me. It worked for me. I thought it fit a certain kind of Final Fantasy. Did you enjoy Death Stranding? I did, but I don't think it's the kind of game a lot of people would necessarily enjoy, so definitely wouldn't recommend it to people. Watched the new My Summer Car episode, really enjoyed it. Hope to see the car built in 2025. We'll see. Might not be any more gas by then, but we'll see. Heavensward rating was the bomb, though. I don't think I... Wait, what was that Bahamut? The Coil Bahamut? I'm trying to remember what the Heavensward raids were. No Stormblood, but I do prefer Shadowbringers. Character stories are so much better. Evasion, I agree. I think that's pretty perfectly temperate. Oh, Alexander. Okay, yeah, you're right. Alexander was badass. I blew through it kind of at the end of the whole thing. So I didn't really have that like week by week thing of going through it, but yeah. Parts of Alexander are cool. I still think back on them as some of the cooler looking things in 14. Ooh, story time. Chthonic Riddle Therion. Is this the boss? Thought I'd be facing off against Emmett in this one. The game's not over yet, is it? There's still like 4 more hours after this, isn't there? Dialogue. I thought this was the last one. I mean, they sure do make it sound like it. Jeez. Alright, let's shoot it. Third Doom. Cool. More bells, more problems. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, I got juked, it didn't deny. That's the last boss of this dungeon. I thought this was it! Again! Damn it! Every time I think it's like done. I need to stop assuming that I can remotely guess what this game's runtime will be. Big laser though. Neon Phil, thanks for the Prime sub. Oh, is there like... If he jumps forward one more time, I won't have any... Oh, oops. Oh, shit! Ow! What? Whew. I don't know how they know where to stand. Enjoy the rest of the night. Good seeing you. Good seeing you too, Donnie. I assume you're heading out, so I hope you have a good week. We all had a time with this boss. Yeah, I can imagine if you're not like on a team of NPCs that tell you where to stand. That's gotta be fun. Hit over there. What's that about? Anything about the WoW and Diablo trailers? I thought they were both pretty badass. I mean, the Diablo 4 trailer was, I think, pretty far and away that stole the show. The WoW trailer is pretty metal. I liked it. I don't know. Like, I don't follow WoW lore, so I don't know what the implications of that are. Look cool though. Ow. Ow. Jesus. Keep your guard up. The implications of that trailer are absolutely insane. I mean, yeah, it's like basically like merging realities and destroying something of such power and significance that it does kind of alter all the game's canon. Because that's the Lich King's helmet, right? Sylvanas ripped ripped open the veil between Azeroth and the afterlife. Okay. Yeah, I guess in my time playing WoW, I never saw much lore about the afterlife. I guess there are undead, so they're already pretty loose with concepts of life and death. He's walking to AoE sometimes. Alphino dies the most often. Pretty cool. WoW trailer felt like Shadowbringers? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because like the light and dark sort of iconography, the like orange and gold on purple, the like even the split of the sky with that V shape. I was like, that is familiar. I mean, I'm not.
I'll show you.
I'm not now, and may I never be. That guy who accuses one fantasy MMO of ripping ideas off of another fantasy MMO. Uh-oh. It's doing that thing. It's such a mystery thing. So, did notice that though. Destiny, WoW, and Shadowbringers all went for it. Oh, shadow things? Yeah.
Smoking crater.
Who just sees the limit? What's that? Oh, it's the blue on the ground. Okay, I think I finally saw what the mark looks like. Okay, got there eventually. I guess it makes sense that it's shooting light. That is kind of the whole theme of this expansion. Light bad. Started playing this game this month. Loving it, but my free sub ends today. Is there... it'd be nice if there were a, like a Black Friday sale on Game Time or something. Sailing Saturn, welcome. Some sort of majestic toaster? Yeah. A lot of faces on it. Missed the city reveal. Yeah. That was pretty cool. I can see what you mean about the loading screen. I don't know that it technically is a spoiler, but like you don't know what it means when you see it, so I don't know that I appreciate the looking out though for that. I'm gonna run to the end of this. I wonder if he can fall off. Ooh, look at these new tomes. We got some new tomes, huh? Back on the topic of healer DPS, in-game content will straight up kill you if the party doesn't do enough DPS. Yeah, aren't there? Not usually. Oh, you can fall off. Ugh. Isn't that usually a thing though? Of like bosses having DPS checks that just wipe the party if you don't hit the right amount. Yeah. The Final Fantasy fanfare is intensifying. I guess it's just how they tune the DPS check. If DPS by themselves can't do it. Even when they're hitting maximum buttons. Yeah, cutscene time. Final Fantasy.
Well, you prevailed. Nevertheless,
your performance was underwhelming, and I remain unconvinced of your words.
Oh, you.
Oh, you tower over your misbegotten ilk, no doubt. But should I bring my full strength to bear, well, you would be as leaves in the wind. The gulf between us is a reflection of the disparity between the world as it was and what it has become.
We got fucking anime time.
Our worlds may not live up to your lofty standards. But they are our worlds, our homes, full of life and love and hope. And we won't stand by and let you destroy them!
Alize!
like when your friend promises that the show's really good, so they just show you the end, and you're just like,
Are a mistake.
that is mean.
For we who have known perfection, the shattered source and these shards are ghastly mockeries of the true world.
Fair. Wasn't this guy an ally months ago? Yes, he was.
Pale imitation.
Because you're,
utterly devoid of meaning.
he was never an ally. Yeah, you had roughly similar objectives. And he definitely did some... Pay attention to the lines he says to your character. They should be familiar. Okay. He's also definitely done stuff where, like, even at the time, he's like, I'm gonna do this because I'm bored, and I want to see what'll happen. So it's pretty cool. Hated that little guy in the original expansion. Oh, Alphino? Yeah, he's cool. It takes a while to warm up to him, though. He's a little cold.
Belittle us all you like. Will rise
Excuse me.
again and again, and give the lie to your insults through word and deed. We define our worth, not the circumstances of our creation.
More prat.
Is it time for F? Is that an F?
Fool. Who are you? No one. Nothing. Once I have reclaimed my heritage, my first act will be to expunge your stain from history's weave.
Jesus. It's mean.
My world will have no need for heroes.
His tiny little boots. His very heroic teensy shoes. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's all filled with light.
Fighting the good fight.
All packed to the brim. Magical energies. That was a little stiff. Keyframe animation. Oh shit! Oh! Black Mage just can do some
that
stuff.
all we hold dear is fated to fade away. But that is no reason for us to forsake it.
To take what steps we may,
Bless you.
and thus mark the road for those who would follow. To strive for the best of all futures. Be this not also thy purpose?
Oh, alright. Yeah, it still is pretty awesome. I like how every character has basically gotten a beat.
Do not presume to speak of my future.
And you? Why waste your final moments in futile defiance? We will conquer. You've no fight left to fight, no life left to live.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go Super Saiyan. Gonna become super white. He said the line? I don't recognize that line, but that's pretty cool.
You see, the light will not be denied.
Oh, it's from the trailer? Okay. Captain Toshiro, I appreciate your observation. There's a lot of talking going on.
Fight, and let the transformation take you.
Oh, gonna become a Sin Eater?
Madness and fury. Devour the vermin infesting the land which is rightfully ours.
Oh, Thancred's here.
Now, Reed! Now!
Reen's gonna do something? We've all been waiting.
Fight it. You have to hold on.
Well, she tried to do something. Almost got there. Oop. What was she gonna do? Oh. Mans has been going sick on the marshmallow fluff again. Cloud of Wrath. Have you been eating all the mayonnaise? No.
If you had the strength to take another step, could you do it? Could you save our worlds?
I need the power of friendship in anime. Clearly I have one of those already. Dialogue, very important. This song is so good.
Take it. We fight as one. This world is not yours to end. This is our future. Our story.
Is this how they give your character a voice?
No, it can't be.
It's the first time that, like, the hero talks.
That trick of the light. You are a broken husk, nothing more. How can you hope to stand against me alone?
We stand together!
Oh, you're still around?
How? I'm surprised you can stand at all.
I could not well leave matters half finished.
So it's the same voice even if you play a female character? Interesting.
Let expanse contract, eon become instant. Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call!
Damn you all!
Oh, they're mixing it in with the main theme? That's awesome.
Very well. Let us proceed to your final judgment.
Summon 7 more people for you to fight in the final trial.
The tale, and the vanquished become its villain. But come, let us cast aside titles and pretense, and reveal our true faces to one another. I am Hades.
Woo.
He who shall awaken our brethren from their dark slumber.
Does that mean he's a primal? What? Or like a super primal? He's not one of the gods. Or is this what Asians are? They all have like another magical form. That's just his name? Okay. Cool. He was a summon in previous games? Yeah, Sailing. Most of the primals have been summons in other games. So, alright. Bang. Let's see if it pops fast. Oh, it's a lot of the mainline games have Hades. Yeah, it's a pretty common summon, I thought. Get to listen to this music while we wait for the duty finder. Cool. Oh, in the meantime, scenario. Never mind. It's a trial. Cool. I'm excited. I was hoping, like, I didn't want the last thing of the expansion to be I thought it would be a trial. And then when it was a dungeon, I was like, oh shit, okay, never mind. I'm sure this is it. Yeah, healer queues. This is why. Being a healer rules. Being a healer rules. Oh, you can't get the last job until after the main story. Alright, thank you. I appreciate that. This expansion explains the Ascians very well. It does, Anon. Kineas, welcome. Yeah, I wasn't expecting 14 to make sense. Because there's a lot of other plot beats that I just missed. Like, there's a lot of subtext to Heaven's Word that I didn't really follow. I don't even remember what Realm Reborn was about. I think it was... Oh, no. Yeah, it was about... It was about the Revolution in, like, the main area. I haven't even been back there in a long time. Jesus Christ. Solid 90s jam in Final Fantasy. The series has been all over the map in terms of its musical influences, but there's a ton of very good music in 14, which is one of the main reasons I love it. What data center are you on? Leviathan. Well, that's the server. I think that's under Primal? Holy shit. Alright. That's a pretty good final boss.
Show your faulty strength, and I shall expose the lie of your fragmented existence.
That's cool. That's cool. So he's basically pulling the Warriors of Light from other realities. They actually found a lore reason to explain matchmaking. That is awesome. That's cool. All right. Hopefully, I don't eat it bad. Let's hope the mechanics are self-explanatory. Fuck. I thought I was pointing the other way. Oh well.
You are a world! The arcane is mine to command!
What is that? Going this way for some reason? Oh, interesting. Oh! Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Got it, got it.
Scurry and scatter! By darkness be purged!
There's no way this is the only rotation, right? Seems a little too... Why are people spreading out like that? Oh, that's why. Oh, because it targets different people? I still don't quite understand that. Whatever. I'm eating a lot of these. That's another interesting fighting mechanic in a lot of the boss fights, is that when you get a hit, it'll also give you a debuff that will raise the damage next time. So
You are a wood!
on a particular cooldown, so like you can make mistakes, but you can't make the same mistake multiple times in a row. It will punish you more for that. And I really, really like that idea. Dang it, I don't think I got her. Huh. Oh boy. I have a sparkle. What is that? Divination? Okay. Oh, I already got them all. Oh. One side goes forward while the other one goes back. Okay, that makes more sense. God. Fuck. I did the wrong thing. Three red mage, yeah. That's a lot, huh? I don't know what's going on there. Just like a DPS release? Okay. Did he stab himself?
By his vessel of flesh.
It's not just that. It turns out. Whew. You have an ultimate legend in the party? What is that? Ooh.
Behold, a sorcerer of El, tremble before their glory.
Alright. Gotta get some murders done, I guess. Why are we doing this? Ah! I'm a little late. Gotta pay more attention to the cues they're giving me here. What is this? Why are we... Oh. Ooh, okay.
I am bound by cosmic law.
Ah! What is this sparkle? I don't understand. I'm scared. This music will take it out of you, though. Damn. The sparkle's from the other healer? Okay. Hey, World of Ruin. That's a thing from Final Fantasy. Oh. Cool. Gotta keep Akira Yams healed. Oh shit. Whew. Does anyone have Doom still? No? Okay. Because yeah, didn't Hades always cast Doom? That was the thing? Pretty sure that was the thing. I'm not using my flower. What do we do here? What do we do, everybody? Ow, okay. I'm scared to go hard on DPS because I'm afraid people just start dying. Favorite game of 2019? Resident Evil 2 is really good. Control's really good. Jedi Fallen Order is really, really good. Oh no! Okay. That was my fault. Clearly my fault. Spam the button? Any button? What do I have to spam? Oh! Also, somebody's out of it. Just anything? All right. Sure. Any button? Okay. Holy shit! That's sick. They referring to La Brea? About the wretched blessing? Oh, it's gonna be this, huh? We're gonna get pulses of DPS until we either beat it or die. Or not. Ow. Oh, Hydaelyn. Okay. Trying to Hydaelyn is the god that they created, right? The one that they taught the sun to be alive. That became Hydaelyn? Alright, well. Yay! Ooh, flame sword. Sure, Akira Yams. I just like your name. Us potatoes gotta stick together. Add another to the list. List of beaten games. Does that count, though? I guess it might, yeah. I guess if you see credits. Oh, 3 comms, yeah. You kind of...
Well, not killed.
You, I feel like it's easy to get commendations as a white mage.
What will become of it all? What will become of our dreams? Our...
Heidelin reason of existing is to ensure the life of the people beyond the Amaratines. I don't know what an Amaratine is. Or do you mean the Ascians? Have fun with the Ensigns? Yeah, that was my first time. Never beaten Shadowbringers before, so...
Enough, damn you!
Amarosian equals Ascian. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Heidelin was the god that they invented to fight the other god? Jesus. Get out of here, Mouse Cursor.
Infernal strength!
Heidelin is the second god summoned, the first is Zodiark. Got you. So La Habrea is not one of the gods, it's like one of the Ascians, I think? I'm trying to get my lore right. Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Now! Strike with all thy might!
My potato man nods sagely. Damn, that shit's anime. Damn. Yeah. The only booty in this game is when you wear the Nier outfit. That's crazy. I thought Emmett was gonna stick around for a while. I thought they were setting him up to be a more long-term villain. I mean, for all I know, they are. The rules of life and death, and I imagine in this...
Remember. Remember us.
No, it is kind of once you die, your etheric energy, your magical shit energy, whatever it's called, ether.
Remember that we once lived.
Gets released. So once you're dead, you're pretty dead. Your essence of life dissipates and... That's pretty sad, though. You're just fighting to restore your race, and you lose, and you're just like, please don't forget. Isn't Emmett Selch just a job title for Ascians? Is it? That makes sense, I guess.
It's over. Emmett Selk is no more.
There's a short story Square Enix wrote that expands on Emmett.
More importantly,
Check on the lodestone, learn a bit
think?
more. I think I might. That's pretty cool. His real name is Hades? Okay. Interesting. Pork Sword. Thanks for the Prime sub. Holy hell, what a name. God bless.
His ether. It is as it used to be.
It's explained in the endgame dungeons. Huh.
As a disciple of Zodiark, the Ascian was the darkness to your light.
So they canceled each other out?
I can but assume that when you set your strength against his, the light within you was spent.
That's kind of interesting.
It's more than that.
Because they don't talk about aether as something that you...
The strain of that incredible flood of ether. Your soul had begun to break
Jesus.
apart. Yet now it seems somehow restored.
they kind of talk about magic as though it behaves the second law of thermodynamics. Like, it can only change form or move to a different place, but you can't create it or destroy it.
So, how did you exactly?
And it seems like that's a problem when, like,
can you tell us what happened?
Aether across all the dimensions is just growing, which means they're all going to explode eventually. It's kind of interesting to think about it that way. It's like the opposite of heat death. But I guess now they have some method of reducing or removing Aether. I don't know. This is nonsense, and yet I'm interested. Yeah, ALC, there's definitely, like, levels of interest you can take in this, and you can skip all the cutscenes if you want to. So Aether is energy. Ooh, Blaster Knight, are you gonna take me to school right now? I'd appreciate that. That'd help. Basically, I need a balance of all the Aethers to keep the reality up afloat. Okay.
I see.
So if there's too much in any one shard, that shard freaks out. Anon, thank you for the Prime sub. Did you enjoy it? This? Yeah. Yeah. The facial animation got way better for this expansion. It was pretty anime mouths before.
Where to start?
Yeah, give him ear scritches.
I believe I owe you all an apology. And you, most especially.
You have a good weekend? I will. Are you heading out, Austin, or are you just giving me good vibes? Either way. Yeah. Tis good to see you awake. And weird chiclet teeth. Best option, yeah. Is that a dialogue option that actually matters? You only get 3 if you did the Crystal Raid storyline? Yeah. They warned me about that before.
It's good to be awake.
So that's pretty cool. That was that from Realm Reborn? Or was Crystal Tower? Or was that Stormblood? I can't remember. But it's pretty wild, man. This game sets up storylines, makes you think that they're concluded, and then dips back into them in an actually pretty meaningful and not at all try-hard way. Realm Reborn? God, that was so long ago. This music, though, I'm into this. Little harp action? Oh, this is the Crystal Tower theme?
So, those mad souls dove straight into the ocean over there, didn't they?
All I could see from here was the whale, Master Chai.
6 years ago?
'Twas surely Alphino and those friends of his. They did something heroic, mark my words.
Final Fantasy III Overworld theme?
You need only look up there for proof of that.
I thought it sounded familiar. I was trying to beat that game on my phone for the longest time and just had to give up. No, wait, it was DS.
As you
That game was actually really hard and easy to get lost.
They're sure to be back any moment now.
Yeah, there's
Any moment.
a girl with admirable heft. Still no butt, though. Maybe it's back there. She wears pretty baggy clothing.
They are coming back, aren't they? I couldn't bear the thought of...
Yeah, Dulia Chai is a very, very good girl. No, Dulia Chai is awesome. I thought they were going to lean really hard into her being kind of like a stuck-up,
Everything will
like somebody that you hate, like an aristocrat type. But they really pulled a left on me. I liked it. A few of the old FFs are brutal. Yeah. Final Fantasy II is rough. I did an experiment. In-story credits. Guess what? That shit is classy as fuck. I thought she would just be fat-shaming. I was worried about that, because, yeah, sometimes Japanese stuff can go there, and they don't seem to have... There's, like, no cultural problem about just lighting fat people on fire. But they made her character, and a pretty nice one, a believable one. I mean, in as much as you can believe in a pretty wide cat girl from another dimension. Have you code from Doom? Yeah, I'm good. I don't play Doom on Ultra Nightmare because I'm afraid to lose.
We'd be swimming
The whole way back. Heavens. Heavens. Take me.
The lead writer for this is the same as the Dark Knight and Rogue stories, as well as the Step and Stormblood. She's this goddamn superhero. That's cool. It has been really great to see a ton. Like, the writing has only been getting better and better.
Where's Urianger?
In 14. Get ready to see the long-term villain?
Behind.
I mean, yeah, they only really reference the Asians as the long-term villain.
Shouldn't we look for him?
Closely at the water before it fades to black.
Up, sooner or later.
All right.
For the love of Alphino!
They have 2 more expansions written already, too. Yeah, it seems like some beats... Oh, Christ. It seems like they really have to plan out certain beats well in advance, because they're actually set up and paid off pretty naturally. It doesn't feel like it's really retconned or...
come to the first.
Or really subverted a lot of stuff. Also, there's still the Black Rose and the Empire back in the source. So there's still...
Amarot will fade along with Emet-Selk's enchantments.
We still got a lot of,
be as once they were.
A lot of plot to resolve. Damn, I gotta use the restroom, but I don't want to miss any ending.
Mount Gulg will one day fall, and the Talos below yield to wind and rain.
Yeah, I got a lot of content to do. You know it. I'm excited.
This tale, too, will fade with time, passing into legend.
Watch the lower left corner.
Heals and moves on.
It's a rock. And you're freaking me out now. Now I gotta stare down there. I gotta stare at the water and the lower left. Supposed to be staring at this water?
Alas.
I didn't see anything. Oh, Urianger was down there? Okay. I actually super missed it. Be going? How long will we be going? I got Uber Eats on the way? I didn't see Urianger's body. No, I was staring at the water. Oh. He's probably fine. Yeah, he's fine. I think I'll be going for a little bit longer. Run to the bathroom during the credits, but there is a post-credit scene? Okay, it's good to know.
As ether obeys the cycle, as death and decay gives way to new life.
Also, Anon, the Fold. I don't know that I thanked you for your Prime sub, but thank you for your Prime sub. Just play Witcher 3 all the way through? No. Aww. That's sad.
So too do the memories we share. Others to
no, I plan to yet again celebrate Merry Witchmas this holiday.
Who walk before.
Or I start.
Lead those who walk.
I start Witcher 3 over again. See you, Deku Scrub. Thanks for hanging out.
Your road goes ever on, as does your story, as does your legacy.
Yeah, beat a game, Austin. It happens sometimes. Did you play the expansion? I will. I'm gonna beat Witcher 3, and I'm gonna beat Hearts of Stone, and I'm gonna beat Iron and Wine. I'm gonna beat them all. 100%. 100% everything.
The lives of countless others.
Got kicked out of my NPC dungeon run for not moving. That can happen?
Excuse me. You're the Warrior of Darkness, aren't you?
Did you ever play Disco Elysium? I did buy it in the autumn sale. It's installed and ready to go. Oh, I never changed my lights. God, I'm sorry. You guys even tried to help.
Really? And how did you get to be so strong?
You guys even tried to let me know. Embarrassing. That's much more anime. You heading out? Alright, Signified Mover. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Yeah. Witch Hunter's correct. 100% no death Witcher 3 run on hard coming this Christmas. Ah, the song though. Oh, the song's so good. Yeah. We're present to Twitch every year. Let's play Witcher 3 to the end of the Bloody Baron quest and then stop. Okay. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'm gonna leave this going though because this song rules, so I'll be right back. See this. It seems weird to put my webcam over the actual credits of the game. They made the thing. I think they get top billing here. We can still talk though. Credits are like 30 minutes. Are you serious? Ooh. What did you think of the main story quest? I liked it a lot. A lot of different storylines going on. They're all really satisfying. It's 30 minutes. Okay, I don't know that I'm gonna watch the whole credits. I usually try to music will change eventually. You can skip and still get post credit. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that then. I usually I usually try to watch the whole credits as a sign of respect to the developers, but man, they have gotten so much longer. So much longer. I remember in the 360 era, that tradition started getting difficult. Ubisoft games in general are just like, this is so many people. It was 15 minutes for Basic Realm Reborn. They don't mind, trust me, as long as you didn't pirate the game. Yeah, I don't know. It's more my own stupid rule than I think it actually has any bearing on reality. It is nice to sort of, I think, to go through the titles and like see all the job titles. I think and appraise and really try to take in how many different people working in how many different fields, how many different technical expertise have to come together to make a video game. It's nice to get that perspective and seeing every job title and every person's name and really trying to take in that those are all people all living lives and like working jobs and stuff. I try to keep myself, or try to use those moments to give myself perspective on the scale of some of these things, but yeah, a lot of people to drop good old F's on, give that respect. Been playing this game for 6 years and I feel like I could name most of the people in those credits at this point. Really? Damn. Yeah, the people who really get into the subculture for 14 seem pretty tight with a lot of the creators, and they seem pretty open about the way they work on this game.
From these skies, and the Sin Eaters driven to retreat. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
Well, that's one thing. The 5 letters in the FanFest are proof that the people who work on this game love it. Yeah, I usually watch the streams for FanFest, but like, It's not necessarily all in English, so sometimes it can be a challenge, but you can usually absorb what's being talked about. Get out of here, cursor. This is a maximum immersion stream. I'll have none of this cursor action in the way.
With that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
I beat Borderlands 3 yesterday, and they started off the entire staff list alphabetically. They broke it down by role later. That was a cool way of doing it. I like that.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history? Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world.
I guess that's how it works.
Very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the first.
That's a whoopsie, huh? Time paradox. I guess so, yeah. Well, he went forward in time, right? Or did he go back?
If it means your life is spared, we will seek out another way.
Just kind of start with, here's everyone who worked on this game. Thought it was neat. Oh, he went back. Okay.
Any intention of rushing home? There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Forward and back, and then forward and back. He did it multiple times. He went back, but on a different universe. Right. Okay, got it. Yeah. Graha was in the future, then went back in time to save you, but went to the first to save you. Or basically pulled you to the first to save the first. So a bootstrap paradox.
Yet we dare not
yeah.
comrades in the source.
How does the thing start unless the events turned out that way, but they already didn't?
Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
Oh yeah, Tataru. Pulled you to the first to save both you and the first.
You'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow sire, will you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
So you're the only one who can go back? Except their bodies are still...
Then I see no reason to delay.
In the source, right?
In the path from here.
Pretty sure, I think. And I'm dragging the Scions to the first.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all.
Ooh. He dragged their souls to the first.
Our friend.
Yeah. So, that's something that I never quite grabbed onto. They're not physically there, right? And they never have been. They were always just like apparitions. They can't interact with anything. They can't like physically... I guess they can hit things and cast spells.
Rise within the city next time.
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy.
Well, they're tangible ghosts,
no
okay.
Forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
That's right, because that's different than Ardbert, who is an actual ghost. 2 ghosts, alright. It was an incomplete summoning, alright. Apparently didn't. Who rate Johnny Be Good? If Chuck Berry heard Marty play it, but Marty heard it from Chuck Berry. Yeah. Bootstrap paradox. Their souls developed sort of a body, but not their real body. Alright.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest.
Got it.
I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
I'll see you, Lord Morgoloth. Yep, another work week starting, huh? People are starting to taper off for the holidays, though. One of the greatest writing things the writing of Kingdom Hearts does is have 2 characters that can time travel, and they each use a completely different set of rules as to how and when they can do it. Yeah, that's... If there's one thing, and I could be wrong about this, because obviously I'm not super academic on the lore of 14. I know enough to get by, I guess. Conversational lore, if you will. But it does seem to be internally consistent when it dabbles with weird shit like time travel and magic.
Be on your way.
If that makes sense. Yeah, Joe Staff, you watched Toy Story 1 and 2? I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm watching all the Disney animated movies. Got up through 3 Caballeros last night.
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. but like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens. My every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Yeah, Ninja, I'm watching in chronological order.
An all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh.
They explain how he time traveled in a dungeon after the MSQ. Cool. Hello, Cat in the Hat. Welcome. Look at him waddling, kicking that big old dress around. Floomp, floomp.
A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side.
Like the writing and the music are really trying, but it's still a little Potato Man. It's sweet, but kind of hard to take seriously. A tiny Potato Man.
Would that it was so easy.
What a hero. There goes my hero.
The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand.
If you aren't a tater toddler, it's a lot easier to not laugh at. Tater toddler.
Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
I also love that for a lot of the mounts and stuff, he's just too tiny to ride a lot of them normally, so it'll just be like spread out on his belly, riding on the back of something. Okay, now we're back at it. Back to the chemical weapons of mass destruction storyline. Snapping right back in, huh? Back to Stormblood stuff. Oh yes, remember them? Good God. Oh, it's been a minute since the emo boys have been out to play.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Is this expansion all about time travel? No. More about a different dimension. Gaius is an emo. Yeah, you're right. He's hella Republican. Also fair. No, Estinian's the more emo one.
Same as the others. Struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty.
Estinian's wearing that. You laugh because I'm different. I laugh because you're all the same shirt. Was time moving here while you were over there? No. There's like time dilation. They say that basically while you were in the other dimension, it was just like a few minutes back in...
These were your people.
Back in the source, or whatever. Shadowbringers was an isekai. God damn it, it was. You're right. It was. But you didn't get hit by a truck. You just sort of passed out. Damn it. I never thought about it that way. Fuck.
We took advantage of this slow.
That's entirely true.
'Tis not for me to grieve them.
Stinian about his spirit, hot topic, yeah.
That was the Emperor.
Time is moving. It's just that for the sake of the expansion, their passage of time has synced. What, really? I thought there was a... I remember there being some throwaway lines at the beginning of Shadowbringers that time didn't progress the same in the source as it did in the first. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong about a lot of things so far, it turns out.
You Radiants!
Oh shit. Time fluctuates between the shards and the source. Right now they are close to equal.
You've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
I see. I do wish they wouldn't do this. Things where like Asians can look like other characters. Once you start getting into like shape-shifting.
Identify yourself, demon!
I mean, 14 hasn't gone crazy with it yet, but usually that's just such a dumb plot device. It's like, how many times can it actually be Dio? Asians don't shapeshift?
Asian.
They possess bodies. Oh, sorry. Yes. So I guess there... Yeah, you're right. There is a little bit of... They have to be dead or something.
The Craven shed this skin and fled.
That's fair, I guess.
A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny...
It's our boy Xenos? No, Xenos died. They have to be dead or really weak spiritually to be possessed. It's actually Xenos, though.
Body and soul reunited at last.
Ah, damn it. This is not... I don't care.
What now?
That's stupid.
The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Don't do that. Once characters can just come back to life, what's the point?
If we trust in Paragon's words, a mistake I do not intend to repeat.
Elidibus was controlling him, but Xenos is back now. Xenos is back since 4.1? What? Really? Oh, okay. Xenos has the bullshit magic echo, remember? He had an artificial echo. If you read that bit Square Enix put out about Emmett, you will understand. Oh, okay.
He speaks the truth.
Okay, I guess.
Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son.
His aether was inside the sword that was buried with his body in Stormblood. The elf that grave robbed it was possessed by him when he used the sword.
Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore?
Okay, interesting. Huh, alright. Basically, Xenos became an Ascian artificially. Alright. I made the chat show up. Immersion destroyed.
Freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled prince. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
"'Tis you, father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties."
Yeah, everybody's kind of annoyed he's still alive. I'm kind of annoyed. I mean, like I was saying about Emmett, I do think Xenos was a good villain. But once he's gone, man, let him be gone.
You may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
You know how the Echo lets us see the future and stuff? It can do... Another thing it can do when given steroids is let your soul possess other bodies.
Kill me just for that.
Xenos has that ability, but even stronger. Yeah, he's not a very complex villain, that's true. Although apparently his motivations are starting to shift, which is something. What's up, Grace? We talking animes. Ooh.
I need no other reason.
I guess you're... No, I guess you're right.
Interfere with
Ian Scott. He's basically, I like fightins'. Sure.
Will not do so twice!
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He just likes hitting people. He's Goku, but mean.
The Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making.
In an interview, I think they compared him to a force of nature. I mean, those villains are important to have around. Usually you don't kill them.
We shall gorge upon their strength.
Us versus Xenos is essentially man versus nature. I'm okay with that.
Our contest shall begin anew.
He's Luca Blight, but worse. Yeah, Kefka, just like a force of destruction. Yeah, villains like that are good. They give interesting texture to conflict narratives. And I guess if it was between let's bring Xenos back and make him that, or let's invest in a new character. They also retconned the weapons of mass destruction with him. What? Seriously? Is the Black Rose thing is just not a thing anymore? Where am I? Hello? Oh. This is where you go to go back to the first, huh? Or I guess you can just teleport. This is the base of the Crystal Tower or something? Oh, because Xenos refuses to use the Black Rose stuff. Oh. That's right. Yeah. I thought 14 was all super high quality now, but that was a little janky and cheesy and I loved it. It is pretty all over the map, but it's definitely anime through and through, so... It shows the Chaos Geist didn't want it, Solus did, Xenos does not. You would... I guess, yeah, there's... I guess that adds up. There's no sport in that kind of a hunt, I guess. You don't get to enjoy murdering people. Oh, Jesus, where am I? Mordona? Okay, no wonder I can't fly. Can't wait for 5.3, that's when things kick off. Oh, they already laid out what that's going to be. Yeah, you don't get to enjoy stabbing people when they're choking on gas. 14 cutscenes have an appealingly stage play light quality to them. I mean, that's just been Final Fantasy. You're not wrong, but that typically all JRPGs have that quality because it was just little sprites walking on screen and delivering pages and pages of dialogue. In the past, you had to read it and like kind of interpret all of the emotional overtones. Now they have voice acting and... Oh, right, I forgot about that. Oh, this is a long time ago. Heaven's Word. Oh, okay, gotcha. They have kick-ass X.3s. That's when it all clicks in. Snowman. Hello, gentleman Mr. Snowman. And an even tinier snowman. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Let me look at this snowman. Oh! He's so teeny. Oop, there we go. Holding a little candy cane. Stupid face and his tiny little hat. Christ! Fuck! This game has critical levels of cute sometimes. Pet him? Good call. Is it just pet? Yeah. Gotta get closer. There we go. This game requires a monthly sub, it does. That's definitely what pushes a lot of people away. I think it's free to level 30, somebody was saying? Oh Jesus, the Rising Stones. It's been a minute since I've heard that music. Jeez. We're back. We back. Oh, 35. Okay. That's enough to see if you like it or not. God, this music. Bringing me back to a simpler time when there wasn't 20 million dimensions. Or 13 or whatever. Didn't realize you're on Primal? Yeah. Tried it back before the big refresh, but that was long ago. Yeah, that was almost 10 years ago. Time moves in mysterious ways, man. Time's just an idea, man. Oh, Feo Ol got here. Makes sense. May I link the free trial? Oh, please do, yeah. No problems with linking in chat. It's Hildebrand, I know it. Ooh, what do I get? Wind up. Oh, a little wind up Catboy? Cool. Oh, Hildebrand is February? Okay. Gives me some time to catch up. I think I'm still on, like... I think I'm still on Heavensward Hildebrand quests. Oh shit, we are still going. Okay. You can go back to the first and show him the minion. Does he react to it? That's pretty cool. Yeah, Miari, that's a good point. The game is pretty basic until you start getting to endgame stuff, but that's true of most MMOs, I think. Oh, it's a dialogue option? Okay. Okay. He's the last truly whole, complete Ascian. Okay. So basically Xenos, yeah, has been evolved to a higher level threat slash villain. Interesting. Of all the Ascians, he's the last remaining. Okay. Staring. Being pissed. Interesting. Yeah, they haven't gotten super into the creation of Hydaelyn. Just that they got scared of the other one, whose names I'm forgetting. That one's got a weird name. Zodiark, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why that keeps blanking out of my mind. Yeah, there's just slight mention of like, oh, people got scared of Zodiark being too strong, so they made another god to keep it in check, and then they fought. I feel like there's a bigger story there. I imagine they'll get around to it eventually. Hydaelyn backstory's vague because we don't know what happened to their summoners, yeah. I like that, though. I like knowing where the holes are so you can kind of keep a lookout for hints and bits that reveal that stuff. It's just Dr. Manhattaning it. Sitting there and thinking. Reading his books. New expansion coming very soon. Really? No way. They're usually every other year, right? Yeah, Daryl's. Some of the textures are a little old, but they're brushing it up. Oh, it's 2 years? Okay, wow. So 2021? But they keep doing patches along the way. Yeah. Those hot 2012 textures. There's only so much time in the day. So many textures you can repaint, I guess. Did they find an airship? Oh, Eden tease. Is that Final Fantasy VIII stuff? Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay, so I can get the White Mage 80 quest now. Crystarium? Interesting. Achievement gained. Video game complete. Did it. Video games. Video games. Video games. Drawer opening simulator. I think I'm gonna play some Jedi Fallen Order. What? Ooh, I got a Xenos card. Hell yeah. Triple trad. Triple trad. Yeah. No, 14 is never complete. There's got to be somebody out there, probably multiple people, that have done everything, right? Number one, triple triad player. Promise Shenmue. Shenmue or Jedi Fallen Order? I don't know. You guys spam it in chat, and I'll go take another break, get another soda or something, and I'll be back in a minute. And I will... Actually, I'll just make a straw poll or something. That'll be easy. Alright, so I'll be back in a little bit. See you guys soon.